What's everyone? What's everyone? I don't know. But GoblinMaxer here. Uh, yeah, I don't know. What is everyone? It would be a lot of people, that's for sure. Today we're just gonna be chopping down trees, and a bit of medium news today. Today I tried to go to the pool. That was a fun little plan. To, try and go to the pool. That would have been awesome. That would have been swell. It's like it's pretty hot here today, so taking a little dip ski in the nice cold pool water. That would be quite nice. That would be quite nice, quite refreshing. If I'm going to be completely honest, there's a skeleton over here. Now it's over there, and I'm not gonna deal with it. But to cool myself off would be definitely very nice, especially considering the fact that, for the past few days I've been mostly land loving it, uh, as in, I've been mostly above ground and not in water. Which after a while, you start to miss the feel of, a stagnant pool, which other people have, like been in. Uh, I mean, I would go further with that explanation. All I gotta say is thank gosh, it's just chlorinated, man. Thank God for the invention of chlorine. So aside from that, you could probably tell this is gonna take a bit of a turn. Oh, these are the valley. I gotta keep these. Well, the turn is I get there, and they make you like check in with this card, right? They make you check in with this card because it's a very it's a very secret pool. I don't know why I started that with it. Se. Uh, I didn't mean to say segregated if that's what it sounded like, but it's a very secret pool. And by that I mean it's a higher end neighborhood, so they don't want like people that aren't part of the neighborhood to get in, aka like poor people. So I tried to get in the pool with like this card, uh, but jeez, I forget how long I got it ago because it was expired. That thing was expired. It was giving me the green and red all day, and it wouldn't let me in. Wouldn't let me in, and I wasn't shameless enough to necessarily ask someone for a bit of help to get in the pool because I do have to admit my getup was a little bit strange. I was wearing swim trunks and a t-shirt to be normal. Like you don't necessarily go shirtless to like the pool. Like you usually go to the pool with a shirt and then you take off your shirt. I guess unless you're under like the age of like unless you're like a kid. It's very odd to be walking around just shirtless, unless you're exercising. But I had the shirt, I had the swim trunks. Not a problem with that attire. I was even wearing sandals. You might find sandals weird. I don't care. I don't care. If you find sandals weird, I don't agree with you. I simply don't. Uh, but the swim trunks, they're the main issue. The design really nice. The design really nice. And they still fit me. They still do. But they are really hanging on. They are really hanging on. Ever since I bought them, like, geez, what is it, 8 years ago? They've really sort of, I've somewhat outgrown them, such that when I wear them now, they're a bit less like swim trunks and more like those spandex trunks that sprinters wear. And I mean, so if you can imagine, like some sort of like the most pretentious sort of person you've ever seen. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, they're pretty dang skin tight for swim trunks. So, anyways, I get denied entry from the pool, and given my current get up, I'm too scared to ask anyone to let me in for them. And also because I don't want to be like seen as like a like I'm no longer at the age where I can just like go up to people and be like, "Hey, can you do this nice thing for me, please?" and then have them listen. I'm more so like I'm at that age where people think you're sort of a freeloader and they tell you to get lost. or they think you have like secondary intentions, and they may even call the police or something. I, j- I know that's like my social anxiety like pumped up to 11, and if I had actually just asked, they probably would have let me in because people are nice like then, and I really just was preparing for the worst case scenario, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't get in. But then, but then I remembered, and this is in reference to like a story you haven't heard before, so I'm just gonna keep it short. I had my bike in the car. I had my bike in the car, and I was like, oh well, it's fine if I can't get into the pool to like work out. I could just get my bike, then bike. And that's amazing. Sure, I'm in flip-flops, but I don't care about, biking in flip-flops. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to bike in flip-flops because I am an American and I have free will, and God bless America. But, I mean, everything went swimmingly. Everything went swimmingly. Sure, sure. I mean, I wasn't actually swimming, but you get that. You get that. I wasn't actually swimming, but everything went really well for rephrasing. That makes sense. I pumped the tire up in the back. I remembered the air pump this time. Thank goodness. There was another time where I didn't remember the air pump, and I had driven to where I was going to bike before I realized that, and pull out my bike, tires flat. Like, oh, great. I just wasted like $5 on gas getting out here. That's awesome. What a great way to start the morning at like 6 a.m. Incredible. Thankfully, didn't make that same mistake again. I pumped the tire full of air. I'm ready to get on the road. I get on the road. And then I have 5 minutes in, doing well, doing fine. And to be honest, the shame was kind of weighing on me. Shame was kind of weighing on me a bit. It was like, I kind of look like a bit of a dweeb with my oversized t-shirt and my tight shorts. And now I'm riding a bike in flip-flops. Like, what am I doing? And then it hits me. Wait a second. Tight shorts? Looking like a complete dweeb? And I'm riding a bike? I fit in perfectly. That's what all bicyclists like look like. They look like dweebs. They wear extremely tight shorts. And well, they don't necessarily ride in flip-flops, but I mean, I was halfway there, and that just made the full ride a whole lot better. That was honestly, I mean, I didn't even do anything too crazy that ride, and it was honestly one of the most fun rides I've ever had. And it's also, I learned this really cool rule. I wouldn't really call it a rule, but I remember looking at Strava on someone's bike ride, like a professional biker's bike ride, and I saw that their cadence, because normally in running, like professional runners, their cadence is like 180 during a race, and that's like you got to move those legs fast. These professional bikers, you know, or at least like during their like a moderate sort of biking day, this guy he had an average cadence of 60 per minute. That's like 1,000, 1,000. That's so slow compared to running. And I was like, well, what's he doing? Does he just have the power on max and he's just like pedaling that slow? Like, is that really that much faster? Because for me, I would do like I think it would be like 120, 140, like or it's revolutions per minute. Sorry, in case you didn't RPM. I'd do that high of RPM on like a lower gear setting, like whenever, I was going anywhere. When I was going downhill, well, downhill especially. Of course, you set it to higher gear. Uh, but going uphill, I'd set it to really low gear, and I just start pedaling fast. But I tried it the other way. I tried it the slow, you know, like higher gear way, and man. I don't know what it is, but it feels so much better. And the best part about it is that afterwards your quads feel freaking massive, dude. Your legs feel like Hercules, man. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, I mean, that's all I really got to talk about today. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Uh, And geez, I said this like 3 times now because I had 2 recording sessions earlier where I didn't uh, actually record my audio. So hopefully this one actually is recording the audio and it doesn't happen again. But I got a comment on let's see, I think it was like a video ago, uh, talking about how you know I didn't need to try too hard to be funny, and that you know I should focus on just doing the commentary stuff. And I honestly I really appreciate that comment because it's very insightful. Um, and I have been definitely thinking a bit more about like like, oh well, I'm not funny enough compared to some of these other people. I really need to be, I really need to up my game. I need to get better jokes. And that sort of grounded me a bit because I was like, well, of course, when you're starting out YouTube, there's only like so many people to like watch your videos. And sometimes like that lack of visibility, it you sort of interpret it as, oh, well, no one likes what I'm doing. But it's not that. It's not that really. What it is it's more so like it's just the algorithm doing its thing, and it's not necessarily sorting content like by the best to the worst. Like you can make the best video in the world, the best thumbnail, best title. If it's not like algorithm like if the algorithm doesn't pick it up, it's not gonna get views or likes, and then you're just gonna be like, oh well, this isn't good. No. No, no, no. Now, I'm not saying by any means my content is like premier or super good. I think it's decently passable, and that's honestly what I'm kind of striving for. Like decently passable, slowly getting better over time. And yeah, I don't really need to try to overextend, overreach. I don't need to try and be this super funny guy. I don't need to try to be something that really I'm not. Like sure, if over time, like I slowly change, that's like I guess that would be a bit more acceptable, but I mean for now, I'm just gonna kind of stick to sort of doing the same thing. And once again, I want to thank that commenter for pointing that out. I think I'll finish chopping this thing on the butt of a tree. I really don't want to beat a dead horse, but I mean these large oak trees, I swear, I don't have very many positive opinions about them, but I'm sure there's some. Well, that's all I got. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.